Hi, in this week's video, I'm going to show you how to create an amazing budget Peloton setup. And compared to this, the Peloton bike is about 75% cheaper and the subscription is about 1/3 of the price. If you don't want to spend that kind of money, then this is a fantastic alternative. Next, you're going to need a bike. I chose the Labgrey L1 bike. This cost me $299 from Amazon. So here's the reasons why I chose this particular bike. So firstly, it's belt driven. So this is going fairly fast. And as you can hear, it's almost silent. So this is really useful if you live with other people or you live in an apartment, for example. There's just no sound. Your breathing will be a lot louder than this bike is. It's also got a really nice size flywheel. So this is 16.5 kilos or 35 pounds, which is quite important when you're using a home spin bike. I've never felt like I was going to overpower this wheel. If you get a really light flywheel, sometimes you can just feel like there's nothing there. The resistance on this is fantastic. My preferred braking option would be a magnetic one. This has a wall brake here, but it does seem to work really well in offering resistance for the rider. The handlebars have plenty of adjustment for height. You've got a water bottle holder as well. The seat has height adjustment and what's really important as well, forward and back adjustment as well. The pedals are metal, which surprised me, and they've got a cage there for you to hold your foot in when you're cycling. Overall, I think Labgrey have put together a really good quality bike for this budget price point. It has a basic computer so you can scan through time, speed, distance, odo, pulse and calories. One thing I really like is the pulse reader here is fantastic. It's really, really quick. It just picks up your pulse in a second or two. The best thing I like about this computer though is this. You can flip it away and just put your iPad there. Perfect. The setup I'm actually going to be using though is the iPad here on the computer and a phone on the lower holder here, and I'll explain why in a moment. All right, so let's put this Labgrey through some tough rides. But I don't know if you can see, I mean, that was, if I was doing that on the Peloton bike, I would say I'd be in the same condition I am now. One thing where it does trump the Peloton bike though, is this seat. So this seat is much more comfortable than a Peloton bike seat. It's a pleasure to sit on. With this bike, what I did notice was that when you're pushing down hard on the pedals with a lot of resistance on, your front foot is feeling about 70% of the resistance and your back foot's feeling about 30. And then when you go over, 70% and 30. This will probably feel just like a normal bike. If you're cycling on a normal bike up a hill, all the pressure, isn't it, is through your front foot all the time. There's not a lot coming through the back foot. When it comes to the Labgrey, the bike cost $299. The cadence sensor was $29.99 and the subscription is only $12.99 a month. No special shoes are needed for the Labgrey because it's got cage clips. So that makes the total cost of the bike, the cadence sensor and 3 years subscription $799 compared to $28.50. So that $799 price doesn't assume that you've got a tablet or a smartphone or a TV you can use as well.